Hey guys, it's me, Dewey. We're in my Champ. It's 1947 Aeronca 7AC Champ, 65 horsepower. I'm with my buddy Justin here. Let me turn the camera around. What's up, Justin?
What's going on, Dewey?
Yeah, I hope, I'm not sure if the audio works. I've never done this with the live broadcast, but we're out here at the Dewey Drome. I have a 1,550-foot grass strip, and Justin just got off work, and we're going flying. I'm going to hand him the camera, and then we're going to take off, go see what the beautiful countryside looks like. Hopefully we don't shut the camera off on you guys, and we'll go from there. So we got a couple people already posting comments, and the sound is great, so they can hear us, Justin. So remember, no bad words, except if we're going down, then we can both start screaming.
All right.
So I'm going to hand Justin the camera here. Justin, it'd probably be the best, hold it on the right-hand side so you don't put your finger over there. There you go. How's that, guys? I'm going to do the takeoff. Justin is just about ready to start learning how to fly, and he's a farmer who lives down the road here. We hang out in the summertime like retired people. All right, here we go. We already did the run up, and I've already been flying a little bit. So I got the stick full forward, working the rudder pedals. I got 65 horsepower, giving her all she got right now. Tail's up and moving. And I'm going to just let her just fly right on off the ground. Got a wood prop on it. I got a cruise prop. It's a 72-42 pitch. So it's not a great climbing aircraft, but it does really well out of these grass strips. What do you got to say, Justin? Anything?
You're doing great, Dewey.
Oh, thanks.
That was a great takeoff.
Yes. Yeah, if you guys got any comments, like to say anything, no bad words or anything like that, but we're just going to go out and fly around the countryside here. It's such a beautiful day. We're about 30 miles east of Dayton. Climbing out about 65 miles an hour. Maybe you can show them the instruments. Are you able to do that? Oh yeah, there's the tachometer on the left, then the altimeter, then I got oil temperature, then oil pressure, I believe. I can't see the instruments, but and then over airspeed indicator. Got a fuel gauge up there.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah. Any place you want to go, Justin?
Not in particular.
All right. Any fields you want to go look at?
Let's fly over here towards town.
Okay.
Go south. I guess southeast.
Yeah, we got some comments. Watch your hand there. What does it say?
High.
Okay.
X-plane.
I got to fly X-plane.
Flying.
Okay. And
I didn't see the last one, sorry.
Angel. Okay, I see back at the drone flying. Yep, we're flying. Looks like D is here. I can actually take the camera for a second.
Right down there is what I wanted to see, right?
Okay.
Semi of the combines.
Yep, we'll go over there.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing, so running corn instead of flying.
It's all right.
But, they'll get over it.
Hard life to live, but someone has to live it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to bring the RPM back about 2,100, 2,050 RPM. That's a good cruise RPM. And right now we're about 700 feet off the ground. Yeah, Justin should be out there running that combine and everything, but he's slacking today.
I think they can live without me for a little bit here.
Yeah, I think your uncle down there.
Yeah. Corn's not looking too good. A lot of water damage this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Plus that was replanted.
Yeah, Peter just left. He came out to move his airplane around a little bit. You guys can see the combine and everything. Yeah, Peter just left. We moved his plane around. It was in front of my biplanes, and it's a little bit much for me to be moving around by myself. So we end up moving everything. So hopefully I can get my airplanes in and out without moving his stuff around. If not, we're going to hang it like a model airplane. It's going to be kind of cool. It's such a beautiful day out here. Now, let me show you guys what the Champ looks like here. So, if you can, here is the control stick. Champ was built in Middletown, Ohio, so this was an aircraft that was kind of a competitor for the Piper Cub. It is dual control, so here's the control stick, ailerons, right and left, and then I got rudder pedals. I can move my foot there. You can see the rudder pedals. And then there's a brake. Really? All right, we're back up and going here. Guys, we just lost connection. I'm sorry. But we're flying here. I was trying to explain a little bit about the airplane, but it's dual controls. And here's the throttle here. All right. Magneto switch. Got right and left mag, carburetor heat. And then we got a trim up here. It'd probably help also if I was going the other direction instead of having the sun right here in the camera's face. So what I'll do, on the way back, we see a big fire up here. We're not sure, so we're actually flying up this way. I don't know if you guys can see the smoke, but there's smoke right up there in front of us. And we're going to go take a look to see if it's a tractor or maybe they're just burning a field. It's very, very possible.
Could be a combine.
Could be. Combines are real susceptible to fire, dust and dirt and everything, and the bearings and stuff. Maybe not getting greased properly.
You got all those moving parts that are hot, and you got dust and chaff all over it. You don't clean it out every day. Real fire hazard.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had a combine catch on fire?
No. Knock on wood.
You see anything up there?
I don't see anything yet.
It's a big fire.
They got a good one going.
You guys can see out there's a little town, a Cedarville College, and the town of Cedarville is right out there.
I'd say they're clearing off that ditch, Dewey.
Oh, is that what it is? The tree line?
Yeah.
On fire?
Clearing the ditch, burning the brush.
So yeah, I've been flying this airplane for about 22 years. And I bought this airplane from a farmer here locally. And I just took him up for a flight. He's 85 years old. Eldon, he's in a couple of my videos if you guys watch and see Eldon. But he's like a grandpa. He always hangs out. My dad's out there with us. Get Jeff and Terry and everybody. We'll all kind of just hang out and go to lunch and, you know, good old hangar talk and all that good stuff. Yeah, that looks like they're just cleaning out a ditch. Looked like a big fire, though, when we were first going at it here. So these airplanes were they were built in Middletown, Ohio, which is just south of Dayton, Ohio, north of Cincinnati, and built these airplanes actually down in Lunken Airport. Also built a lot of different aircraft, and I believe all the Champs. I'm not sure. I believe they quit building them right, probably about 48.
I think the newest one I've seen for sale is 47.
Yeah. There are some, Champion Mill makes new champs and stuff now, but they aren't like the Aeronca 7ACs like this one. So if you guys can see here, we're going to switch over. I'm going to fly over Skydive Greene County. You guys seen a few of the videos that I do at Skydive Greene County. And plus the sun's not so bad over here now. Nobody's out skydiving today.
Wouldn't be a bad day for it.
No, it's beautiful out, isn't it? And warm enough, actually. Yeah, Mark, I'm glad I'm alive also. Haha, get it? And then live video. So this champ is made out of steel tubing, fabric wings, it's synconite. The wing spars are all wood. And then here's for all the lovebirds over here. There's the hearted pawn. When I take my biplane rides, I usually take the ride and bring them all over here for the romantic ride experience. They can see the heart-shaped pawn. It makes people want to rub knees.
Snuggle up together.
Snuggle, yeah, that's right. That's a good word, snuggle.
Yeah.
So my buddy Justin and I, we've been hanging out a lot, especially this summer. He had a shoulder surgery, and he would come in a hangar, and we'd sit around, talk airplane talk all day, and farmer talk. I don't know all the farmer lingo, but he does.
Eat lunch and eat ice cream every day. Go get lunch and go get ice cream.
We had milkshakes like every day. That's why I'm about 30 pounds overweight.
Yeah, I got the same problem going. It wasn't a bad summer, though.
So you guys can see the instrument panel there. There's not a lot to it. It's the very basic VFR instrument panel. You guys can look up those regulations, Part 91. But the fuel gauge, I got a compass up there on the top of the instrument panel. And then on the left there is the tachometer. Then we got a altimeter, oil temperature, oil pressure. I got a turn slip indicator, and then the airspeed indicator. Justin has all the same flight controls that I have. He has the control stick, you can see it moving there, right and left. And then he has rudder pedals, which are down on the floor, and he has brakes also. Now we're coming up to Xenia, Ohio, Tornado Alley. We'll fly over to the model airplane field and see if anyone's out flying around.
Is that off Fairgrounds Road?
Yep, right off of Fairgrounds. So let's see here. What are we cruising at? Looks like about 75 miles an hour.
Right about 75.
Yep. Yeah, D, I like the simple panel myself. I can't read all that sophisticated stuff. So when I learned how to fly, I was 18 years old. Senior skip day was my first lesson out there at Waynesville, Ohio. And I learned in a Piper Cub, 1946 J3, there at Red Stewart Field. And the Champ is pretty much just like a Piper Cub. I like the Champ. You have a lot of people talk about what's the better plane, the Champ or the Cub. And I'm a Champ guy. Obviously, I have a Champ. Champ goes a little bit faster than a J3. It doesn't climb as well as a J3. And it's more durable than a J3. Step on the ball, that's right. Dee's taking flight lessons in a Cessna 140, so she's, sounds like her instructor's teaching her how to fly with her feet the way they should. Seat of the pants flying. Don't need any instruments. So we're just to the west of Xenia right now. We're flying over Miller's Farm right now. All right, we keep getting action, so hopefully it's. Justin, we've been disconnected. Now we're back. Still bad connection, it says. There's right pad out there. If you guys can see it. You can see those big, gigantic hangars out there. I'm gonna zoom back out, everyone. And Jim's not at his place.
Doesn't look like Jim's out, is he?
No, he's not. Well, that's the village of Yellow Springs. So a little more briefing on this airplane, I guess. Here's the trim tab up here. So back elevator, up, and down. You guys can see that. Here's the fuel shut off. You pull it up, it's going to be off. Push it down, it's going to be on, like it is. Carburetor heat, like I mentioned. Here's the magnetos, left and right mag. And the big bad throttle here, the orange throttle handle. Yeah, don't make fun of it. It works. So we're heading over towards Cedarville now. Another thing that's cool about this Champ is literally cool because it's cold out here. But man, look at that big window I can just slide open. And that one opens up on the front also, Justin. You can try it out. There you go. But it's too cold to be keeping the window open. And this door here, there's enough air coming through it to cool my house. My right leg feels like a popsicle right now. We're heading back. This has been a 24-minute live broadcast. Sorry about that. This is pretty cool. Here's the aileron cables. Goes down to the control sticks. Down the side of the fuselage here. Goes in the throttle quadrant, or the control quadrant. And up into the wing there. Well, Dee, thanks. I'm glad you like my little airplane. I like it also. I bought this airplane 15 years ago. And been flying and having a good old time. And it's absolutely nice out here, isn't it? Well, we're heading back to the drone. If you guys are still sticking around, which we don't have a lot of people watching live, but that's all right. Problem with aviation right now is hardly any kids getting involved, and not too many kids really care about antique airplanes like this. Everybody wants these glass cockpits and the jets and all that stuff, but you gotta crawl before you can walk, and you gotta walk before you can run. And this is where it all starts. What a solar farm looks like from the air.
You know, who wants a new airplane when you could have a biplane or, you know,
that's right.
Something you can land in a cornfield.
The younger pilots, they don't know any different.
Yeah, I understand that.
They want to play video games.
They need to get out and experience real flight.
That's right. So a little more fact here. The engine is called a Continental A65. It's 65 horsepower. I burn about 4 gallons of gas an hour. You cannot beat that. Right now we're cruising like at 75 miles an hour. You can get an STC, which stands for Supplemental Type Certificate. You can get an STC to run auto gas in these engines. So you could really be flying these airplanes for less than $10 an hour, really. Well, 10 years ago when the gas was $2, but it's still very inexpensive to operate an aircraft like this. And you can buy a Champ, you know, anywhere between $20,000 to $30,000, and a pretty nice Champ at that. There's a gravel pit. If you guys are ever curious what a gravel pit looks like.
Actually, I've never been over this gravel. Well, I've been over it, but I've never paid attention to it.
Well, let's go take a look at it real quick. Has a couple little caves going through it from one gravel pit to the other. So I think Dee just asked, what's the range? Well, this airplane has a 13-gallon fuel tank that's actually right below the instrument panel and in between Justin's legs. And so this airplane's good for about 2.5 hours of flying. And it still gives you VFR reserves. Here you guys go. I'll let you see the gravel pit.
It's a big hole.
It is. I think I got my last load of gravel from there. So when you're flying an airplane like this, if you guys notice, look at my ailerons. They hardly ever move. Okay, I'm going to make a left turn here. Look at that. So when you're flying, you want to have finesse. It doesn't take much control movements to move the aircraft around. A little bit of right there. I've flown with some people who feel like they got 2 left hands. Like you're in a boxing match with it. There's my a friend, one of his grass strips, about 3 miles, 2 miles from my place. He has a Super Cub. And Dee, I haven't flown it too far, to be honest with you. I have flown it up to Cleveland to visit one of my best friends years ago. Flown it down to Kentucky once or twice, and then, I don't know, I've flown some other times. But an aircraft like this is perfectly for what we're just doing. Putting around, going nowhere. And we're getting ready to go land here. I'm going to enter the pattern at my drone. Hey man, I am. I'm on a 7 and 7 schedule. Tuesday start. Justin, I'm gonna hand you the come on the other side here. Try not to shut it off. Yeah, so I'm gonna enter the pattern here. Justin is looking around. There you go. You guys can see the drone. I got my new standard setting out there. Here, we'll go fly over it a little bit. There's the drone.
There's the new standard.
So I'm getting slow. I'm pulling the RPM back. Right now I'm about 1800 RPM. I turn on the carburetor heat. Carburetor heats to keep the engine from hopefully quitting if it produces any ice in the carburetor. So it puts hot air from the muffler system, exhaust system, right in through the carburetor. With the Champ, you want to be about 60 to 65 miles an hour. So I gave it a little bit of back trim. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn my base turn. And it's all seated to pants flying right now. I'm not looking at any airspeed. You just look at the pitch of the aircraft. And you feel it through the stick. It's seated to pants. When you start getting too slow, you'll start hearing it. The control sticks will start telling you because it'll be in a different position than what you're normally used to. I'm on a nice stable approach. At least I think I am. I'm going to stay up above these trees, and once I get a little closer, I'll pull the power back just a hair. Let the airplane kind of more, I'm on like the backside of the power curve in some sense. I get a little bit slow, and I let it sink a little bit. Just like that. I'll hold the stick all the way back. Now we're on the ground. I hold the stick back, maintain directional control with the rudders. Use the throttle to maintain my speed. I try not to use the brakes as much as possible. Rudder to turn the aircraft around here. Carburetor heat's off. Mag switch is off. And guys, let me switch the camera around here. All right. So We just made a long flight live with Justin and I. We've been out flying around, enjoying this. I'm going to jump out and show you guys what the Champ looks like, do a little quick walk around, and then call it quits. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be, but you know what? It's well worth it. You guys get to see what it looks like to fly. Everybody wants to see these business jets and stuff. Well, I want to show you what these old antique airplanes are all about. And here we go. I'm opening up the door. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to disconnect the audio and then start talking through the speaker on the phone. So give me a second. All right. I am back with you. I'm going to shut my intercom off, jump out, give you guys a quick brief. If I can get out. When you get older, things don't bend as easy. I won't video Justin getting out. I don't want to embarrass him.
Thanks.
So, this is what a Champ looks like. For all the antique guys and people that really care about real aviation, this is it. This is what farm living looks like also. He wouldn't honk his horn. But the old Aeronca Champ, it's 1947. It has a dorsal fin on it. It's not the normal rudder that Aeronca built. The dorsal fin here is actually for larger horsepower, 85 horse and larger fuselages. So the orange and yellow Aeronca Champs that have the smaller rudder, those aircraft are only good for the 65 horse. I can put, I believe, like an 0235 on 115 horse engine on it. Anyway, you got the stabilizer here and the elevator. You got your fin and your rudder. You got a tail wheel. The tail wheel that's on it right now is called a mall tail wheel. Real durable. Great for, you know, grass strips and things like that. Got these flying wires. It's all fabric wing. You guys you can see here. Normally, like some of the fabric aircraft, you'll see this called rib stitching. Well, these are actually screws, and that's what Aeronca did. They used like little screws, and then they covered over top of them. The ailerons here. And another thing that Aeronca's, it doesn't have bungee landing gear. It has oleo struts, and the oleo struts are really really kind of cool because it takes a lot of suspension and makes the landings and things quite a bit smoother. So yeah, there's Justin. He's moving it and showing you guys what it's like. The exhaust stacks are coming out here. Carburetor box, heat box. You can see the cylinders. It's a 4-cylinder horizontally opposed engine. Each cylinder has 2 spark plugs. Got a wood prop, and if you guys seen at the beginning, this is a 7242 Cincinnati prop. It's actually, it's a 7244. It's a cruise propeller that's on here. It really should have a 7242 prop, and that's more of a climb propeller. And flying in and out of short grass runways, it's better to have a 7242 propeller than having this cruise prop. But you know, it does the job. I don't have a screwdriver with me, but you can see here, you pull this off and you can check the oil and check all the different things to for your pre-flight and the engine. Another thing that's unique about the Champ, it's 100% no electric. So there's no electrical system whatsoever on this airplane. You got to hand prop it. So, you know, I didn't get to show you guys before. I just checked to make sure the mags were off, which I know they're off because I shut the engine off. But what I have to do, you know, someone in the airplane, then I have to turn this propeller old school. And it's called hand propping. The engine catches and runs, and then it just runs off magnetos and allows the airplane to fly a long time. It has no generator, no wiring or anything. How I was able to talk to you, I have a portable intercom system. It takes a 9-volt battery, and Justin and I, we actually just plug into it, and I have a auxiliary cable that plugged into my phone so you guys could hear me. Let's see. I'll stand up on the, here's the fuel cap here. It's a 13-gallon fuel tank. And I'm up on top of the wheel right now looking. Justin went and got a screwdriver, so he'll pop the cowling for me. Uh-oh. And here we go. Gallons per hour, 4 to 4.5 gallons per hour is what this engine burns. So right back there, that's the magnetos. There's 2 of them, left and right mag. Here's the oil. You can check the oil. It holds 4 quarts of oil. And you just, when you pre-flight something like this, you look in here. It's real easy with an airplane with no wiring, and cowling's real easy, but there's no oil, no fuel dripping or anything. This is a real tight installation. It's actually a fairly new engine. I think I bought the engine maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. There's a tack drive in the back. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the tack. And then this is the oil temperature, and right here is oil pressure. And these are magneto wires that go into, there's a spark plug underneath the cylinder and one on the top of the cylinder. So it's a, you know, it has 8 spark plugs. Yeah, dual ignition. I think that's the Aeronca Champ. It fits the light sport category, which is 1,320 pounds. Since I'm putting the airplane away, I'm going to shut the fuel off. Put these headsets away. Make sure my windows are closed. Everything. You guys got any questions, comments? You want to ask anything real quick? I'll shut off here. If not, eventually I'll end up showing you guys the new standard. Hip hip hooray, that's 1930. There's I'd say there's only 8 flying. There's 8 that I know of right now that's flying in the world. And then here you guys go. If you guys, I mean, you're following me. If you're on YouTube, go check out Peter Schreepole. It's I believe it's S-R-I-P-O-L. Go and check out Peter Schreepole, but Peter's keeping his airplane here. He's a kid that grew up flying model aircraft, and he built this in 2 months, and he's been flying it around. He's a big YouTuber. He has almost 500,000 subscribers. S-R-I-P-O-L. Watch his videos, give him a like, subscribe. The kid's talented, unbelievable, and how creative he is. But this is, he should call this the Lowe's plane, because this airplane was built with insulation from Lowe's. You guys can see Lowe's on there. And then he's been flying it. He has some good videos. Those are model airplane motors, model airplane propellers, and he uses model airplane batteries. Also, check out my video about the $1 Pete and pole. There it is.
Andrew King's Peating Pole. He's the caretaker of the $1 Peating Pole now. Here's my baby here. This is my Travel Air, Ace. Got pat Ace down here. Ace has been my pride and joy for good folk and old-time biplane rides. And my hangar's got a lot of junk in it. So anyway, guys, thank you. See ya fairly soon. Like, subscribe. If you watch 46 minutes of this, you better like something. Anyway, see you guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. Blue skies, Aeronca 7AC.